All right, people. What is we doing? Okay, what are we doing? I came back home to DC expecting the sun to be shining, that it was gonna be flowers and just people walking around in sundresses. I thought it was gonna be sundress season. I thought it was gonna be warm outside. Cause where I just came from, it was like 80 degrees every day. The people might have got on my nerves, and there was a lot of pollen and stuff going on. But I can deal with that for 80 degrees. Why is it that I didn't came home? Mind you, it's literally like April 13th right now, and I just checked the weather, and it literally says it's 52 degrees, but it feels like 44. What are we doing? I'm so disappointed in DC right now. I may seriously need to start considering another place to live because I'm tired of going on vacations, work trips, everywhere. Everyone's warm right now. Everybody's chilling. Everybody's enjoying their life of being able to walk outside. But what we doing? We all on social media talk about how cold it still is outside. Why is it this cold in April? I could understand if it was like in the 60s and consistently in the 60s. But bruh, why does it feel like 44 degrees outside? Anyways, I rest my case. This video is not about the weather. This video is about what dating has been like in 2025 thus far, being that it's almost, I guess you could say, a quarter of the year has gone by. What have we learned? Let me start off by saying this. I went to a Baltimore Orioles game yesterday. I was hanging out with a group of my friends that I hadn't seen in a while. I haven't seen anybody in a while because I've been gone for a month in LA. If you guys haven't been keeping up with me, I was gone in LA for 30 days because my agency is a part of like the emergency relief that's happening over there in LA. Anyways, I was hanging out with a group of friends, and I was asking one of my successful single guy friends, what's been going on with him, and because I've noticed that he's also not dating, just like how I'm not dating. So I was asking him like, so what's up with his like love, like what's going on with him, and he was just telling me like he just doesn't want to date. He just doesn't simply even want to. I guess in his specific scenario, his last relationship was he was dating a woman who was very successful. And even though we're all successful, let's put it this way, where all of us are doing pretty good in our lives, she was doing even better than he was. Like upwards of 200,000 plus per year, basically, right? And apparently, I guess he was just saying it hasn't just been working out with him. And it's not that he wasn't giving it a try, but he was just saying like the mentality wasn't there. He was also saying that she wasn't being feminine in their relationship. It was just like a lot of like things out of whack in their relationship. And he was already kind of like done with relationships before he met her, but then he started to give her a chance, thinking that, well, don't knock it till you try it, right? Because a lot of women always talk about men are afraid of women who are independent or women who got their own stuff together or whatever, but I don't think they realize that like what it is that a man wants. Men want women who are feminine, and I think when the more independent you become, sometimes it's easy for like the masculine role or masculine side of yourself to kind of push out further and be the first thing someone has to deal with versus having that soft touch in like a woman's world or whatever. So he was dealing with basically a woman who's just not feminine, and it was starting to make him feel like, why am I dating her? What, she clearly doesn't want anything from me or need anything from me. I also met her too. I used to see them date, and she seemed pretty nice, pretty cool. I didn't see anything necessarily wrong with her, but I was on the outside looking in. He was the one that actually had to live that life. So I was saying that to say that I get it, man. Our generation, these millennial generations, these millennial relationships, we're in trouble, okay? Because I haven't had kids yet. My boy hasn't had kids yet. The girl he was dating has. People aren't having kids because they're not having relationships correctly. And there's a lot of us still who refuse to just like go make a baby mama or just go have a baby with someone just because. Like, that's not cool. Even though I know some people are still having kids, it's just it seems like the majority of our generation, we're more focused on surviving. Everyone wants to live and survive more than they care about trying to be in a relationship with somebody. That's sad, in my opinion. I feel like it's a little sad. But realistically, how do we start to get to a point where we can change this stuff? Because I don't know, man. I'm back here in DC. Now, one thing I can say is there was a major difference between living in DC and LA, as I expected it should. And one thing I can say about DC is coming back here, I can now start to appreciate the variety of women that I see here. It's a much healthier variety of women here in DC than I saw when I was in Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, it was basically like two types of women out there. When I say types, I mean like not to like talk about races or anything like that, but I only saw white and Asian women. I didn't really see anything else. Just literally just running into normal, and I was really active in that city a lot, going back and forth between the Palisades, the Pasadena, and downtown. I was all around the city, and I kept seeing the same thing everywhere I went. And it started making me think, like, what is up with that? But now that I'm back here in DC, just me going to the grocery store earlier and getting this parfait that I got, I must have ran into I don't know how many black women, and they were actually pretty cute, actually, to be honest with you. So I'm starting to realize maybe DC does have the baddies out here. Maybe they really are out here. Maybe they're just waiting for the sun to come out, and everybody been inside during the winter months and everything. The whole point that I'm trying to get to is I think ultimately I want to try to get back into a mindset where I feel like I could date or think about dating, but it's just so hard. I love my peace. Like, I do have a great time here in my apartment by myself. I don't feel lonely. Like, if I feel lonely, I just hang out with friends, or go make friends. But like, as far as like feeling alone in my house or my place every day, I can wholeheartedly say I don't feel that at all. And as far as like making a house a home, like, I'm excited about buying some decorations that I have coming, that I'm about to start doing some shopping on Amazon. I just went and did like a 30-day deployment in LA, and I didn't have to have anybody that I had to call and check in on every day. No one was worried about me. I wasn't worried about anybody. It was a smooth transition. I just simply got on a plane, went and lived out there for a month, and came back. And everything is exactly how I left it. It's cool. I just did a little grocery shopping this morning, and I feel pretty good. So as far as for 2025 right now, it's looking like probably another year of just enjoying my time alone, enjoying me. I will be 36 this year. Right now, I'm still 35, but I will be 36 by the end of the summer. And I'm excited. I feel like, I don't know, it's crazy. I know I've lived a lot of life. I've done a lot of cool things, but I am starting to feel like I'm just now starting my life. I'm just now understanding a lot of things that was never taught to me about relationships. And now that my finances are meeting my expectations of where I thought I wanted to be in life right now, it's pretty cool to now be able to have all these pieces together, being able to move forward in my life and seeing how great I could become. But at the same time, it's like, if I'm on this type of path, I feel like I definitely gotta find somebody who's doing the same thing. And it just seems like it's super unrealistic just because I just haven't even seen it. It would be different if like I see women all the time that match, I guess the flow of what I feel like my life could do or could vibe with. But I'm just choosing not to just pick them and stuff like that. But in my case, I just honestly don't even see that many women who got the vibe that I guess that I'm looking for. I don't even really know what the vibe exactly is that I'm looking for. I guess I want another person who's a creator or something like that, like I am, but at the same time has their own career like I do. And I'm sure they're out there. I mean, like if I look online, I see women all the time who have like YouTube channels and Instagrams and all that stuff. So I'm sure they're out there. It's a matter of like actually running into them in real life, because I don't do the whole online sliding people's DMs thing. That's just not me. It's just not me. I'd rather meet you in person, because I mean, it's a lot harder to pretend to be something that you're not in person. People can be anything behind a keyboard. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it does feel good to be back in DC. I plan on walking and doing some more walking and talk videos, but it's cold. Like, I can't go outside. I can go outside, but I don't feel like putting a whole bunch of stuff on just to be outside, man. I heard there was like a parade or something today. I plan on maybe going to that, and it's supposed to be some things going on. I don't know. I don't see how people gonna be in a parade in the cold. It is what it is. DC is just a cold, successful place, and I feel like this is maybe a good city to stack up some money and then go live somewhere else, or start your career and get it popping so you can transfer somewhere else. But I just don't see how people live here for 20, 30 years of their lives and stuff like that. It's just, for me, it's still going over my head. It has also been over a year now since I made my infamous DC is depressing video. I know people want me to continue the series, which I probably will, because I mean, DC is depressing, but I be trying to look for ways to prove it wrong, that DC isn't depressing, that it's actually cool and fun. But all I want to say is, it's bad when the people who are actually from here and who live here, who's been here for 10, 20 years, when they say it sucks, or when they say it's depressing and stuff like that. Like, I'm from Houston. In Houston, I don't know anybody who says Houston sucks to live in. They may say it's a lot of traffic. They may say that they're getting tired of other people moving there, but they don't say that they don't like living there. They may feel like they're broke though, which is a whole nother video, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm back, people. I just wanted to hop on YouTube because I haven't been on here in a minute, get back to my consistency, get back to the grind. I do plan on going live. I believe today, actually, too. I have a couple things on my agenda. This is just one of the things I got out the way. I already got my workout in, got my little protein shake and eating and drinking and stuff like that. So I feel ready for what today has to offer, and you guys should too. Hopefully you guys are having a great Sunday, and I will see you guys in the next video. Might see you guys a little bit later on live, right here on the Ken and Corey channel. All right, peace.